We're back, y'all. I don't even know where to start or how to start this one. Hung jury. A hung jury. To have so much evidence, like real deal evidence, and have a hung jury, it's interesting. It's very interesting. We gotta see what's to it, y'all. But as it looks, I don't think anything's gonna happen to Teegrizzley. Not saying that I wanted it to, but when you add up all the elements, you cannot ignore what it comes out to be. Shout out to Trenches News, and I want to shout out Hookah's Anonymous too. We're gonna get into this Vaughn thing. There was some witness on the scene that gave a totally different perspective about the situation. A lot of people are talking about Durk was on scene, Kayla was on scene, and things like that. Ooh, excuse me. Listen, we're about to get to it. Make sure you guys do what you need to do to help this video get spread around and all that good stuff. And I'm thankful for y'all being here. Real talk. It's been a ride. It's been a ride. Yeah, let's get to it.
Who's 3837? That's my only TikTok. Yo, it's your boy Trench News, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Appreciate that away from being home. And yo, so you can get them life insurance, and in fact, plan them life insurance 51300 and a murder of JB. Yo, get around if you got Twitter. With him, man. All right, y'all. I got two stories for y'all. First story we talking about is Teegrizzley, Wu-Tang 600, and a murder of JB. Make sure y'all smash that like button on that. And then the next story, keep it brief. We talking about crisis actor Nash. So make sure y'all smash that like button so this video can get around. If you got Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, Facebook Market, Beizoo, hook it up. All right, y'all. First story we talking about is the murder of JB, also known as Teegrizzley manager. She was shot and killed in 2019. She was shot and killed in 2019, ambushed. Teegrizzley said that he was going inside one of his relatives' house. He was just stopping over there, and his auntie didn't want to go in there because the house wasn't clean. And as he at the door knocking on the door because his people was taking too long, as he explained in the interview that he was in, he said that he heard shots, and JB them pulled off, and they didn't call him and tell him that it was shooting. He should never did that interview. Well, JB ended up getting shot 8 times, and the person who ended up getting caught with the murder weapon and the car is Wu-Tang 600.
The person who got caught with the murder weapon and the car, y'all. They had him in court, and this is who they had a hung trial about. With the phone triangulation and everything, y'all. I don't see how it could work that way. I really don't. But let's let Holmes cook real quick.
Which is Buka affiliate, which is any one of their affiliates. They saying Do Squad, but hey, look, he's 600. Just like D Rose is really Folly, but D Rose is 600. If you in front of the streets, you know. So Wu-Tang has been in court ever since then. He got arrested in Chicago with a gun in a car. He went to the feds. The feds dismissed his charges and sent him back to Wayne County. When he went back to Wayne County, that he been fighting ever since. They gave him a $75,000 bond, which he only needed $7,500 to bond out. Now Teegrizzley, he went on there, and a picture's worth 1,000 words. But he explained to everybody else got a right to think whatever they want to think, right? So we know JB got backdoored because they saying in the court that the killer was waiting there. His phone data cell was on that block waiting before Teegrizzley got there. What is Wu 600 doing with the murder and a car of Teegrizzley? Now if Teegrizzley ops did it,
dude talks so much and so fast, he just be messing up so much. He said, what is he doing with the murder and the car? He had the murder weapon and the vehicle, and they had cell phone data that he was in the area way ahead of time before Teegrizzley and the auntie. I've seen people get indicted and all that stuff, charged and all that stuff just off the strength of the triangulation. What is your device doing in this area where everything happened at? I've seen it, trust me. You can see it on First 48. You can see it on, trust me. Now, to get caught with the vehicle and the strap, come on, man. From Michigan to Illinois, even though it's only a few hours from Detroit to Chicago, still, I don't care if it was down the street. How does that work?
if Teegrizzley Ops did it and they gave Wu the gun or sold him the gun, but it ended up in Chicago, I could see that. We could just say that. But what's the chances of the car and the gun being caught by the same person? You know what I'm talking about? But I got news for y'all, man. It was a hung jury, man. His case went to trial, and he has a hung jury. Now, hung jury don't mean that he's getting out. It means that they can either come with a deal. They could throw the case. They could throw the case out, or you know they're gonna retry it. They're gonna retry the case or bring up new charges or whatever. But it's a hung jury. You heard it here. You heard Teegrizzley's story. You heard many people speak out about the case because the case was on Zoom at first, but then they took it off because somebody screen recorded or did something. So that was the reason why they took it off. But Wu-Tang 600, he does have a hung jury. The paperwork is on paper.
They're going to retry that. I can guarantee you. Now, shout out to Hookah's Anonymous. This video is very interesting. I don't know if I want to show the content because of certain scenes and stuff, but let's just get to it. Let me stop thinking so much.
All right, so we're going to get into the video. Things that man said. He said, quote, "These MFs just pulled up, jumping out the car, shooting." And then the next thing he said was, quote, "They knew whatever they was going on, they set up before they got down here." Once again, they set up before they got down here. Now, this is coming from someone that was literally on the scene and seen everything before Vaughn got there and after Vaughn got there. He's seen everything play out. And his statements put everything into perspective because to this day, no one could tell us why they were even at that hookah lounge. No, Vaughn just...
Alright, so before Quando and Vaughn linked, they were having like a little back and forward online, and it was said that somebody would put hands on somebody. So I wonder who placed them both in that situation, in that area, knowing what was going on online with what they were saying to each other, mainly Vaughn. I wonder who really set that up, and I wonder why Quando and them felt comfortable coming. And to hear that the situation or the scene was staged ahead of time, maybe they were just chilling, waiting for their other people to pull up before they went in, or what? I'm gonna try and keep an open mind, though.
Wasn't himself. So what would give him the energy, you know, and everything to just go to a hookah lounge in Atlanta? You know, then I hate to reiterate everything we've already went over when it comes to the red flags in this whole situation. So y'all could just search the channel for all the vids we did covering this story already. But like I always stated, it makes no sense how they claim Vaughn was asleep in the first place, like Track said. Then someone woke him up to let him know that Quando was outside. Now, first off, who was that person? Because he is the sole reason Vaughn isn't here today. Now, we do all got our own assumptions. Some say it was Track that woke him up. Some say Boss Top. Some say Muwap. It's like, you know, it's all type of stories, but none of them was 100% confirmed. All right? But on another note, how ironic that Quando Rondo was literally sitting in front of a hookah lounge like he's just some average, regular person just kicking it, talking it from outside the window of the car. No fans walked over and to run and talk to him, no nothing. And not to mention, if they was there first, you mean to tell me nobody noticed Quando Rondo clearly in front of the hookah lounge when they first pulled up? 100K Track says that security went in first to check everything, and you know that's their regular protocol. So you mean to tell me security...
We're gonna end it right there. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I want to see footage of this mystery car that people hopped out of. And I want to see this mystery witness too that gave these details. Like, has that person did an interview, or have they came out after this? It's about to be some shit going on. It's some shit going on now, but it's about to be some more shit coming out. Trust me. People are facing life and this and that, and people are trying to make deals. That's how we got the update about the setup. Confirmed. Anyway, if you're still here, let me know. I'm out. Peace.